Hello and welcome to this week's edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. I'm Kevin Ochsner. Thanks for joining us. It's an idea that's endured more than 110 years, that cattlemen and women can work together to defend the industry's way of life and promote our products. The National Livestock Growers Association was established back in January of 1898, and through 3 mergers, some organizational splits, and many other challenges, the concept has survived. It now exists in its current form as the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. Let's learn more about who NCBA really is.
NCBA is truly the organization that represents grassroots cattlemen that can't get off the ranch to go to Washington, D.C. We represent their interests in Washington. We also manage contracts on behalf of the Beef Checkoff program that help build beef demand and also protect the image of beef to the consuming public.
The goal of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association? To be the trusted leader and the definitive voice in today's beef industry and beyond. The group does so in 2 ways. First, as a contractor to the Beef Checkoff and implementing the programs those dollars fund.
The Beef Checkoff program is a very vital program for the U.S. beef industry to be sustainable for the next several decades. The Beef Checkoff program allows NCBA as a contractor to that program to not only produce the results through research, through innovation, through issues management, but also through marketing our product to consumers, again, not only just here in the U.S., but consumers all around the globe. So it enables us to cut through all the clutter that comes before a consumer each and every day in a more meaningful way so that they have beef as the source of protein, and beef is not only what's for dinner, but it is the source of protein for consumers around the world.
NCBA also works to represent the interests of cattlemen in Washington, D.C. It's the goal of the policy division to preserve cattlemen's way of life and work to keep our industry profitable.
It's critical that NCBA have a full-time staff here in Washington, D.C., a staff that's working the Hill, a staff that's working the administration, making sure that we're developing the relationships with folks like the U.S. Trade Representative, like the members of the House and the Senate, so they understand what the concerns are in the countryside. Our producers have a lot going on day in, day out, and they don't always have the time to contact their member of Congress. So they need somebody who can do that on their behalf, and that's what NCBA staff does.
The National Cattlemen's Beef Association believes the best way for our industry to continue growing and build demand for beef is by working together.
NCBA is very important to the beef industry from the standpoint that if you look at everything that we do at NCBA, we have a research program, we have promotion programs, we have marketing programs. We have a very, very strong government office in D.C.
NCBA, through the policy that we implement in Washington, D.C., and the checkoff programs that we contract for with the operating committee, is able to do things collectively that individual cattlemen can't do. For example, we're able to win issues in Washington, D.C. working together collectively. We're able to develop new products with Beef Checkoff dollars. And that's something that individual cattlemen can't do. But if you collectively work on these things, that's a win-win for everyone.
The leaders at the National Cattlemen's Beef Association say they're proud and humbled to represent America's cattlemen and women.
The one thing cattlemen should know about NCBA is that we are the oldest, largest national organization representing you as beef producers each and every day, so that you can be back home at your operations and not having to worry about, number one, am I going to have a product to sell next year, or am I going to have a business environment that I have freedom to operate within, so that I can not only be successful but profitable, but also sustainable in a way that I can pass my operation on to the next generation. NCBA represents the core beef producers in this country and connects them with other segments of the beef supply chain each and every day.
Reporting from Denver and Washington, D.C., I'm Gary Hansbrough for NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.